joined Rotary because he had a friend and a neighbor in Tony Griffith. Some of you might remember Tony, us older Rotarians. And he invited Gord to come along and see what Rotary was all about. This was at a time when there was a lot of talk around our Rotary tables about the need for a morning club. Many of us were finding it difficult to take the time out of the middle of our workday, you know, to come to Rotary every week. So there was a lot of discussion with Renee and Susan Ashley and Gordon and Tony and many others. And eventually there were meetings set up, and I think Gord told me at Grenville Lodge, so that was a few years ago. I think it was 2005, and the talks got around to who was going to do what in this new club. Well, thank goodness Rennie was there, because I think Rennie, you were the first. Were you the first person of the new club? And people were putting their hands up to be secretary and so on. And Gord had his hand up for treasurer. Ladies and gentlemen, Gord McCrady.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Godfather.
Okay, I'm going to go way back to the 1797. My family came to America. No, that's too far. When I was born, I was very young.
That's too far back.
And that's as far back as I can go. And I was born in an upstairs bedroom in an old farmhouse in Crosby, Ontario. My father was a cheesemaker at the time, having graduated from dairy school in Kingston in 1927. And probably you fellas don't know, but there were many cheese factories around the area back in those years. And my father made cheese till 1936, and we moved to Prescott. And in Prescott, I went to Prescott Public School from 36 to 45, and during those years, I played some sports. I was a patrol leader in the Scouts, and when I was 11, I started to deliver the Ottawa Citizen. And my father had to sign the paper to be accountable for me in case I didn't meet the bills. And a couple years later, I got a bicycle. Some of my brother and some of his buddies who deliver papers went to scout camp, and I delivered their papers. I think it was 5 for 2 weeks, and made $20. And I spent half it buying a used bicycle. And shortly after that, I got a job delivering groceries for a private grocer in Prescott on Friday after school and Saturdays. In 1945, I went into high school, and I was in high school until 1950. And during my stay in high school, I was the first string center, first string of the basketball team. We won a couple of championships. I was the Sgt Major of the Cadet Corps and was awarded the best cadet on parade 3 years going. And I played hockey and baseball, softball. And I always tried to have a summer job when I was there to make a few dollars. We grew up in the depressed years, if you will, after the Great Depression and through the war, of course, and we had ration books for meat, sugar, gasoline, butter, and you were allowed so many per month per family. Anyway, I had a job as a roofer. We re-roofed the Phillips plant one summer. I worked as a plumber's apprentice, and I worked on an oil tanker hauling crude oil from Montreal to Prescott, and we went to Toronto for a couple of trips. And then the next year I worked on the Coast Guard, the Grenville.